problem's not medical. It's psychological.
Ready when you are. Alright, I'm just gonna step ahead of you. Looks like you're under your line saver there. Yeah, I see that. You good out there, Dean, or you gonna beat me out, or you're fine? I think I'll be alright. Okay. You want me to winch your front end over? Yeah, if you can keep pulling, maybe I'll just let you do the hard work here. Copy. Yeah, I don't know if it's jumping out. Maybe just try to straighten your wheels here. There you go. Yes, Ed. Just trying to walk together real gentle here. Okay, let me get some distance on you. I'll just step ahead and wait some more. Copy. Just try to drive with me here a little bit. That Jeep out. Okay. Perfect. Slow to bed, 0.5, 105 road. You ready?
heavy test vessel. This is a high stage. A little bit of propane. It's a big steel bullet. Pressure in, pressure out, regulate the well so you can see what you're dealing with in the well. You guys have seen these enough. I think you guys start knowing what's going on here. We got her on 40 mid, loaded, chain down, cross chain, both ends. Put a bunch of new tires, so I'll be stopping to do some retorque, and I already stopped here and did it before I went in since I was waiting for Ross. He had the low boy, and it's a little more of a, it's tight with the low boy, I'll tell you that. Lots of room for this guy. Whoa, hey, where are we going? Well, that's a pretty good question. Well, we're taking this, we're in Grande here in Red Deer, and we're gonna bomb this up to Grande Prairie, kick it off. I got some shit going on, I'll tell ya. From there, back over to Gift Lake, probably about 3.5 hour drive. Probably shut her down somewhere there for the night. Early morning, load up the buggy. So that's the blue one that was on that rig skid a couple videos ago when we were out of Gift Lake. So those two bed trucks are still up there. 607, which is the green Sawyer one, is going to get road driven over to, we're going on, fuck, is that the east side of Wabasca? So we got to go over the top, like we're Sylvester Stallone. Gift Lake, east side of Wabasca, and we're doing a rig skid there. Akita something, Sand Lake, I think it was called. I didn't look that far because that is so far. That is like 20 hours away from me. Well, yeah, 24 hours away from me right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight no matter what, but I guess.
So yeah, that's we'll do the rig skid. I might have to help anchor. The derrick is full of pipe. I'm not running any of the beds, I'm just hauling the buggy. And then once the rig skid is done, I gotta haul the buggy back to where we picked it up in Gift Lake. I'm just like, ugh. So I might not get home tomorrow night either. It's a bit of a jaunt. Stuff be going on. Lots of rain the last couple days, so yard to yard is nice. Going to Gift Lake, I don't know how I feel about that. I know the location we're grabbing the buggy from is probably pretty decent. Sand Lake area, well, let's just hope it's sandy and it absorbs. It absorbs all the moisture and it's nice, but probably not. Signals, everybody. Yep. It's 10:30. I don't know why we had us both show up there at the same time, because you can only load one at a time. Ross will be ahead of me with the low boy. You've seen him come out there. Some shit going on yesterday. I just finished up my day yesterday and I was like, so I was counterweight guy hauling the Super B for the crane, and we grabbed a coil, not me, but Ross grabbed a coil. We were just out a little bit west of Sunchild Road turn off, the 105 road if you're familiar with the area, Tetris site. So they offloaded the coil out of the Element carrier, put it on our low boy. He brought it into town. I just kind of went out, unloaded the crane, put the counterweights on me on the Super B. Ross got stuck coming out of location. We had to wait for a bed truck. Just chewed off a little bit too much outside ditch to get the rule number one. trailer stays on the road, so your truck will eat ditch. And it just rained for like 3 days straight, pretty much. So yeah, everything was pretty flooded. Lease was all right, road was all right. Just, you know, when you want to poke about, some third gear action, grab one, drop one. That's usually, auxiliaries never change. You can't get the proper gearing. So yeah, we had to wait for a bed truck. T-bed guy didn't want to. It wasn't going to take much. Just needed to pull his truck because he had it all locked up in the ass end. Just kind of went in, and he couldn't bite enough with the steers to get back on. So yeah, and then I was coming back. We unloaded that. I was just on the way to the shop. I was like, man, it's kind of muggy and hot. So I turned on the air conditioning, a little bit of full blasting action. It is recording. I was like, I've never seen it say that on the screen before. And I lost full blast on the blower. So I turned it back off. Turned it back on to like 3 and it was blowing, and I was like, okay, let's try full blast again. And then I lost it 100%. And it never came back. I'm like, okay, well, I'm right by the shop, so that's not the end of the world. Get back. I'm like, yeah, I got some problems. And then he's texting me like in the midst of all that. He's like, you're probably gonna be at the truck for like the next 3 days. I'm like, well, I definitely need air conditioning or heat. We're gonna be probably overcast the whole time still. We'll see. I looked into the week and it just looked like a cloud cover, chances of rain for all week. We're in a rain season now. And get back to the shop. He's pulling stuff apart. We tried, first off, we thought it was blower motor. Peel the blower motor. Try a new blower motor engine or the motor. Turn it on. Nothing. It's checking ohms, resistance, what he's got for power there. And it's like he's got a little bit, and then as soon as it hits full blast, it's dead. So, okay. We pull out these switches here, the dials, switch it out with another truck, try that, no. And at that point I'm like, I gotta go home. It was like 7:30. I'm like, I'm out. Sorry, dude. It ended up being the resistor that's behind the glove box. Probably the easiest, simplest thing to go for first, but it's usually the last thing you check. This truck's not that old, so it shouldn't have been. Like, usually go the lifespan of a truck almost with never changing that resistor. So that was kind of weird. But anyways, it's fixed. Stuff is blowing, and in the midst of all that, he found that one of my my probes weren't in the evaporator, something in the air conditioning. He's like, well, this is probably why you're freezing off. I'm like, oh, I should have looked, man. Because I'm in there turning off the water tap because it doesn't, we don't know. It was at the time when I'm just like, I need air conditioning, whatever. So we cut a hose. I helped the other mechanic. We put in a ball valve so we could shut it off because it was just trickling a little bit by enough that it wouldn't get cold. So yeah, we had to do that. And then my light, my purple light inside of there, I was just driving on yesterday morning and I just see out of the corner of my eye, plop, look over there, I see 2 wires and it's hanging inside the air filter. I'm like, oh. So I had to take that apart. And you don't know how, like, these top hats, awesome, they look cool. You can't get them off without taking off the one mirror bracket, which is, yeah. But you just pop out that bolt, not the one from the cowl. That's the one I was going to go for, but I'm like, you can't get under the one at the cowl because of the rain tray. So I'm like, fuck, oh, I'm smarter. But you know what it's like putting through like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bars there to line the bolt up. I didn't pull it completely out, but got that glued back in, so we'll see. Hopefully it stays. I think you had to glue that one. I knew it was a matter of time. To Grande Prairie, let's go. Alright, and go figure. Check the weights, and then we'll, guess we'll get wet. Because so far I've checked twice, and Dayton's loose. Huh? Go figure. Hate Dayton's wheelers. We have another wheeler actually. Well, I wouldn't say it's for me, but it's red. I haven't really looked at it. Looks like it's got aluminum rims, so that's cool. We're good there at 8,200 is what I'm permitted at. We're 8,000 and a little. I think he's got me for 18 and 18 here. Oh, did I miss? I need to re-aim. 17.6, we're good there. I got a feeling the Jeep is not going to be 18, but $25.70. Has to taking pictures so I can remember, because I won't remember that for 2 seconds. $31, yeah, I should have left it back, but I didn't. Gotta learn that for next time. I got a habit of always just sucking everything right up. Big smoke. Just got some real good news. Probably like an hour ago, maybe more. We don't have to go to Slave Lake. That's good, because it's 5:30 now. I wouldn't be getting to bed till like midnight, and I'd be back up again at her at 5:30, 5 o'clock. So I'm really pumped about that. But I've retorqued 5 times now, and I found loose nuts, this one rim, front left, every time. And when we unload, I'll check it again. It'll probably be loose. The rest of them are all good now. But it took like 3 times. catch Ross on the hill. He's been catching me on all the hills. The 550 is out pulling the 605 pretty easily, actually. I'm keeping up to him on the flats, rolling hills, but when it comes to a good pull, he's gone. Oh, the river is super high. Well, that's good. We needed the water. Raining everywhere. Low. 7 high. 7 low. 6 high. 6 low. What are you missing here? 5 high. Hazards. 5 low. Now we're going to 4 high. 4 low. 900 on the pyro. Go 3 high. No point in grabbing the gear. Just picks up a little bit right here anyways. $340 on the oil. $210 on the water. That's like $975 now. Foot on floor, so it's climbing. 980. Just over 1,000. Grab that gear. Back to like 980. Just over 240 on the oil. Another gear. Wait. 4th high. front airbag that decided to fucking take a shit, so it's leaking pretty good. Oh, let's try some. Coil, bros, been coiling. Huh. It's usually Ross's gig. Must have been busy. Yeah, right rear airbag, one of my retorques. Mayerthorpe, so like halfway, I can hear air pissing out somewhere. I'm like, oh man, please don't tell me it's underneath the load somewhere and it's not a brake pot. I'm like, okay, it's at the very back of the trailer, okay. I'm like, what is it? Is it rub through airline? I like pull the D sign down and I'm like right there. I'm like, it's right here. I'm right by the airbag, right side, on the rear. Start putting my hand around the airbag. Yeah, sure shit. Pissing out from underneath. So inside the folds, decently. If anybody wanted to take a boo at that, they would definitely hear it. You can hear it halfway down the trailer. So yeah, maintaining air, yes, but still annoying. So yeah, I texted, I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to fucking make this trip, let alone go to Slave Lake. Like, we need an airbag. Every bump, I'm just like, don't blow, don't blow. So yeah, we'll unload this and we'll turn and burn back. And then I'm like, these hubs need work. Well, that one for sure. I don't know enough. I know enough that I hate Dayton's. Got a love-hate relationship. Strange because, you know, the first couple of years with this mid, I never had any problems. But now lately, it's just been nothing but problems. So hopefully we got that other one up and running and ready to roll. It's got Steely's. I think it's got Steely's on it. I'm like, whatever. As long as it's not Dayton's, I don't care. We are Bezanson, which puts us like 30 minutes, Grande Prairie. Then we got to go all the way around to the south side, Evergreen Industrial, if they haven't moved. As far as I know, they haven't moved. So unload at Grant's. Carry on backwards that way. Probably only like 4 hours, 4 hours ish by the time I get, maybe a little over 4. By the time I get back on this side of town and get headed back towards home. So we're not gonna make it home, but looking forward to shutting her down early and getting some sleep. I haven't slept any good time back there yet. It's always been like 6 hours, 7 hours. 5 hours, just like it's all self-inflicted usually, but last time we went to Fort St. John there, yeah, we stayed up a little late, drank a few pops. Should have been sleeping. Both of us are just like sleep hungry. Me and Morgan are just like worked to death. But anyways, okay, carry on, enough chit chat.
It's life or death. seeing the stars for what they are. Tell me, how many times do I gotta lose my breath to pave the way? Or I can just keep living my life and stay the same.
Lost in smoke, I hold my breath. Black and blue, it's life or death. Waiting, waiting, waiting for you. I'm trapped in a loop and I can't get through. I can't get through. I'm trapped in a loop and I can't get through.
lazy ass. Time to get up. I've been up since like 8:15. I was just doing some stuff outside with the trailer. Trailer! It'll get it home anyways. Not proud of my things, but it won't endanger the safety of people, and I don't have to get a mechanic to come here. Recheck the retorques, everything seems to be good. They are, when I left, I can't remember where, pulling out from like Valley View, we stopped and got coffee, and pulling out onto the road, looking out Z back window here, looking at the trailer as I'm turning the corner, and just like, I see all those tires. I'm just like, man, if you don't know how to do Dayton's, say it. It's better off than doing Dayton's and then having them just fucking... But I've tightened them so much, maybe it was me. But they're loose. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, well, definitely can't leave them loose. I didn't look when I left the yard, but I got a feeling that some of the shit is wore out. Literally. I don't know how everything's supposed to look in there, but like some of those, I can't remember the names of them now. I just want to tell a story and then I don't know the information. What an idiot. Stud. The other piece, the wedge. The wedge. Some of them are bottomed out. Some of them, the nut is on and there's no thread on the outside of the stud. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have thread showing. What's the rule? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would definitely like to see 1 or 2 threads, not just right at flush. And yeah, some of the wedges are like, there's gaps in some of them are bottomed right out. And I imagine the spacer that's in between the rim, I don't know. I'd be like, let's put all new rims, spacers, wedges, studs. I don't know how much the hubs come into play with that. The original form. I don't know, maybe they're toast. I don't know. Wore out. Rusting over the years. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't just keep using the same ones for eternity. Pilot hub would be nice. It would cure a lot of it, but it's like 20, 30 grand. I don't know. It's expensive, supposedly. I'm like, well, we just do an axle a year? Fuck, man. I know it'll look stupid, but eventually it'll be done. And then we won't have to worry about it anymore. Well, whatever. I made it to Whitecourt last night. 38 minutes to spare. Fuel light on. Air leaking out of my airbag. It's fixed-ish. I thought this trailer had override so I could get up in there. I was going to try to override it, but it doesn't have override. I could probably hit the, I think it has booster attachments. You could probably do the same thing, hook the red and the yellow together and just and it'll override. A lot of trailers to do that. I was going to try just stuffing like wet rags or something where the hole is, if it would even come up high enough to see where the hole was. Stuff wet rags somehow, like they're just gonna magically stay there, and then drop the air so it like folded the airbag around the wet rags. I'm like, oh, that might work, but no, it got vice grips instead. I'm just gonna take it easy, take the smoothest way home. I didn't have any fittings to like cut it. If I'm cutting it, you have to replace the line anyways. You only have to run a line from the middle out back to the back. They probably won't even replace it. They'll just leave it. Oh, it's just been vice gripped. It's fine. Carry on home. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.